Good morning, folks. Welcome to another edition of the Morning Glory Sessions. So today, I want to talk about one of my members. This morning, sort of changed my topic today because of what happened today. So I call this episode "Andy Attitude" because the attitude of one of my members, Andy, is insane. This guy is 52 years old, and he never ceases to amaze me. I remember when he first walked in. Now, how's it going, mate? Long time no speak. I remember the first time Andy walked into the gym. He was being coached by Gareth, and he couldn't even do a Turkish get up without a weight. He was struggling to get the movement right. And then he slowly got better and better. He's doing a 12 kilo. Well, before lockdown happened there, he managed the Turkish get up with a 44 kilo. And his goal, one of the big goals we've got for him, is to press 52 kilos at 52 years of age. And he's on his way. He's well on his way to doing that. But today we finished the last kettlebell Zoom session. We're back in the gym tomorrow. And what he done today blew me away, to be honest. At the beginning of lockdown, when the Zoom sessions kicked off again, I started the kettlebell sessions off with a set of 20-20 in the snatch. Okay, not a big deal for anyone who's done kettlebells. For people who haven't trained the snatch, 20-20 is pretty sore in the grip. Now, at the end of that session, they were knackered. And I said to them, listen, by the time this lockdown ends, you are all going to do the Strong First snatch test with one hand change with the weight you're using, right? So Andy's using 24 kilos. Now, if Andy was certifying in Strong First, he would be doing a 5-minute snatch test, 100 reps in 5 minutes with a 20 kilo because of his age. But he didn't have a 20, so he's been using 24. So over the last 4 weeks, I've really ramped up the kettlebell snatch program, and I've sort of implemented some sort of strategies that I know, and I knew it was going to happen. Today, on Tuesday, he done 40 and 40, pretty easy, 4 minutes, 80 snatches in 4 minutes. Today, he done 105 snatches in 5 minutes with only one hand change with 24 kilo kettlebell. Now, if you're a GS guy, that's nothing, right? I remember actually even Niall myself, I was training for the Strong First when I was in Iron Fit. Myself and Niall done the snatch test. I think it was the 28 and 24, and it bollocksed us, right? And I eventually I went over with Finbar to do my Strong First, and we both got it. It was easy enough, but I remember thinking to myself how awesome that was, that I could do 100 snatches in 5 minutes. Then I started training GS, and when I started training the GS, I realized how little that was, and eventually I done the snatch test with one hand change, and I felt awesome. It made me realize the abilities, your ability to achieve something is really determined by your own mindset and your own beliefs and who you surround yourself with. I was surrounded with guys who were much, much better than me in kettlebells, and because they were doing it, it drove me on to achieve it. But Andy's attitude towards this, towards every bit of training we've ever done, is mind-blowing to me. It's an inspiration. If more people had the attitude Andy has towards his training, then there would be a lot more happier people on this earth. I need to drink my coffee. I haven't had my coffee today. Andy did not miss one session throughout the whole of lockdown. Well, that's a lie, actually. He missed 5, and he missed it Monday to Friday because I told him to take the week off, because I could see he was fatiguing. Him and Glenn, they both turned up every single day, never missed sessions, but I could see them fatiguing, so I told him to take a week off, and they came back even stronger, even better. But apart from that, he never missed a session. He got up every morning. He was on one of the first ones on 6 a.m. every single day, done the sessions. And even what I love about Andy was, when things were hard, like that snatch test today, that's a lung busting workout, so it is. He laughs at the end of it, even through his gas for air and he's struggling to breathe. He laughs. He never curses. He never puts anything down. He never says anything negative. It's always, geez, that was hard, wasn't it? And then laughs. And then it goes, I can't believe I done that. And he always bigs himself up without even realizing he's bigging himself up. He's always talking positive about his journey. And he's always saying, geez, I can't believe I'm actually at this point. I can't believe. Do you remember when I first walked into the gym? I couldn't even do this. He's always referring back to the old self. and realizing, and it's good. And then this way, it's not a negative comparison. He's doing it in a very positive way. He's comparing his old self to his new self, and he still can't believe he's at where he's at. The guy is strong as hell. At 52 years old, this guy is strong as hell. He's fit as hell. He's fit as ever been. He's strong as ever been. And he's more positive and confident than he's ever been. And it's simply through committing to doing something that he said he's going to do. And this is one of the biggest things that I think people should learn from Andy. Like, if you're unhappy with who you are right now, if you're unhappy with how you look, how you feel, how you move, and you're not willing to commit the time and effort required, well, then you're only ever going to get more of what you've got. And for a lot of people, that is the overriding feeling they've got inside themselves. The overriding thought they have about themselves is they're never going to achieve it, so why try? It's like life has beat us down. The environment we live in, the situations we've experienced, it's broken some people to the point where they don't believe they have the ability to do this. And this is why I say coaching is so important. You know, one of the barriers that I always come up with is people say, "Oh, I couldn't afford that." Well, my counter to that is, well, some people can't, but for the majority of people, I'm saying, like, can you really afford not to? Because ultimately, you're choosing by making that decision, and that's a choice, by the way. For most of us, that is a choice. For making that decision, you're choosing to live the life you know you're unhappy with, because you're focusing on, I can't spend that amount of money. I can't justify spending that amount of money. But if you justify spending the amount of money you're spending is more than you're comfortable with, there's a better chance that you are going to commit more to it. And if you commit more to the program and you commit more to the process, then it's inevitable that the more commitment you make to the process, the better the results are going to be, the faster the results are going to be. Obviously, there are limits. You can't just turn up and get the six-pack in 3 days. But you need to understand that everything that happens in your life is determined by your attitude towards it. So if you're telling yourself, if your attitude is, I can't afford that, well, then you're not going to go do it. And then you're going to look for some cheaper option. And that cheaper option probably isn't going to be as good a quality as the option you could possibly pay for, except you're just out of your comfort zone. And because of that, you're going to end up in another situation where you fail again. And then that failure is going to start building upon itself as just another layer of failures, because you've never given yourself the chance, you've never given yourself the permission to actually commit and just go all in on trying to achieve this one goal. And for some people, it's maybe too much for them. Some people, they just can't bring themselves to say it or do it. I understand that. But the reality is, if you want to change your life, you need to be willing to change the person you are, because the person you are today you've become that person because of the actions you've taken. So you can't expect to become a different person with the same actions. And it's something that I encounter an awful lot. People's attitudes towards everything they do in life determines the life they live. And when you realize that, and when you accept that, then you're free to actually make the changes required to create the life you want. And that it frustrates me as a coach. It frustrates me seeing so many people with so much potential. As an MMA coach, I used to see guys. I had a couple of kids who could have went to UFC. I had one kid who, no doubt in my mind, would have made Conor McGregor into nothing. He just would have killed Conor McGregor. But he didn't have the attitude. He had everything else. He could do things that I didn't even know was possible. I was just like, usually my talk to him in the corner would be like, listen, just do what you want to do. Just go do what you do. Because his ability was so far advanced from everyone else's, but his attitude towards it, he just didn't want it. And because he didn't want it, he didn't get it. And because he didn't get it, he's living a different life. So you need to start asking yourself is, what is it that you want in your life? Because see your attitude towards training. I can guarantee you now, when you commit to something, and if you continually fail, if you continually give up, you can pretty much bet that attitude is going to leach into other areas of your life. It's going to be a sign that this is what the problem is in your life. Whenever you realize that if you can't commit to a training session, if you can't commit to getting up at 6 a.m. and you said you're going to commit to something, whatever you said you're going to commit to and you can't do it, I can guarantee that's going to affect your home life. It's going to affect your work life. It's going to affect your friendships. It's going to affect our relationships. It's going to affect how you think about yourself. And this is one of the biggest aspects when I come to my coaching, trying to get people to realize that this training, when you turn up, when you commit to come to the gym at 6 a.m., for example, and you can do it when you're motivated, but you can't do it when you're not motivated, that's pretty much guaranteed that person. I can look at that person and go, I can guarantee his relationship is similar, his work life is similar, because it's not about the training, it's about you, it's about the person. It's about how that person sees themselves, how that person sees life, how that person looks upon things in life. And the minute you realize that, and the minute you realize that you're in control of this, and that every single one of us, like right now, I've got about 2 stone in my belly. The lockdown Ned Kelly killed me. Right now, I know that if I don't change my attitude, that there's no way I can get myself in shape again with the attitude I've had for the last 5 months. Yes, I've done some training, but my attention to detail and food have been atrocious. I've been drinking beer. I've been living life, I suppose. I'm a 43-year-old man, nearly 44, and I'm falling into that excuse bullshit bubble where it's like I can just justify doing it because I'm nearly 44. But I'm now getting the point. Now the gym's coming back and I'm getting more, I suppose I'm motivated at the moment in time. I'm more focused on, right, things need to change. I'm not happy with it. And I'm actually wearing a t-shirt today that I can see my Ned Kelly. Why? Because I want a visual reminder of myself when I see my reflection of why I can't have that fucking Mars bar, why I can't have that beer tonight, because I need to change my attitude towards my outlook in life. And that's what I do myself, is what I'm doing. I am showing my belly off to myself, disgusting myself, so that I don't make the decisions I've been making for the last 5 months. So that I'm willing to change that attitude. I'm willing to change my outlook in life to get something that I want. Because I know when I lose that weight, then it's going to have a bigger impact on my life, because I'm not going to be carrying as much weight, which means my hip's not going to be as sore, which means I'm not going to have as much pain, which means I'm not going to be as crabby, which means my kids are going to have more fun with me, which means they're going to have a better life, which means I'm going to have better fun. So all of this shit that goes on in my life can be dictated by me. And all it takes is me to step up, be a man, and go, right, I can't have that Mars bar. I know I want that Mars bar. It's calling me like fuck, but I'm not 6 years old. I don't have to throw a tantrum, because I can think logically. I know emotionally I want this, but logically I can think, do I need it? Is this 5 minutes of pleasure, well, for me, 30 seconds of pleasure even, worth the next month of pain? Because I can guarantee when I justify eating one Mars bar, the next Mars bar is going to be coming along, and then the next Mars bar will come along, and the next Mars bar. I don't even make Mars bars, just use Mars bar excuse. But that's the attitude I have. So right now I'm looking towards Andy to get some sort of drive for myself, because I want his attitude in my life, because his attitude has got him to where he is. And I know I can achieve that, because look at Andy. 3 years ago, he couldn't do a Turkish get up with no weight. He couldn't swing a kettlebell. Now I just done the snatch test with a 24 kilo, 105 reps, one hand change. There's loads of kettlebell guys out there can't do that. But he done it because of his attitude. And you can do it as well. So that's us today, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, hopefully see you tomorrow. We'll be in the gym. Fucking yes. Can't wait. So anyway, I will speak to you all later. Eamon, how's it going, mate? Hope to see you in the gym tomorrow. And I'll see you later.